Good evening, Reese. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. My name is Ann Stansberry. I've been assigned to work with you through Student Services. Um, how are you doing this evening?
Doing pretty well, I think.
Okay,
Thanks. Good to meet you.
good to meet you as well. Again, thanks for being with us. Um, if you don't mind me asking, what brings you into therapy today?
Well, actually, it was recommended to me by one of my professors. I think they thought that I was having a little bit of trouble getting assignments in on time and thought you guys might be helpful.
Okay, okay. So if I'm understanding, it sounds like your professor had suggested that you stop by Student Services, specifically in regard to missing or late assignments.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, okay. So really, as we kind of begin our session, I would love to lay out exactly what you can expect from your treatment and therapy in our sessions, as well as prioritize and set goals for what you would like to accomplish.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, okay. So again, my name is Ann. My primary technique that I would likely be utilizing for therapy with you is cognitive behavioral therapy. That type of therapy, or CBT, as you might hear it referred to, is based in the thought that in analyzing or looking at our thoughts, feelings, and actions, that we're able to address unhelpful or negative thought processes. Specifically, in your case, we would be able to address any thought processes that might not be helpful to your goal setting or what you would like to accomplish.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. What do you know about therapy, or have you been in with a counselor before?
Not honestly, don't know a whole lot about it.
Okay. Okay. Well, again, so glad you're here. Exactly what my role will look like with you in using CBT, typically with my college students or patients, I should say. I'll see them for a period of 2 to 3 months as a very general time frame. Of course, that's dependent upon the individual. In that 2 to 3 month time frame, you can expect to meet with me once per week. Then from there, once every 2 weeks, and then when we feel it's appropriate as a team, we would then move to phone sessions rather than meeting in person. How does that time frame sound to you?
I guess that sounds good. I mean, kind of a little bit more than I was expecting coming in here, but I guess that's all right.
Okay, okay. What did you expect coming in, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't know, maybe a couple sessions at most, just kind of trying to fix things, but I don't know.
Sure, sure. I understand that, and you're definitely not the first to expect that. Again, that 2 to 3 month time frame is pretty general, so we can tailor that to your needs and really what we both feel is appropriate for you. So that's, again, just a general time frame. My role in that will be to help you facilitate exactly what you'd like to accomplish, as well as, again, addressing any negative thought processes or beliefs that might be hindering you from what you'd like to accomplish.
That sounds all right.
Okay. So with that, I know you referenced some feelings of anxiety surrounding late or missing assignments.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit more about how you've been feeling as of recent?
Yeah, I guess it's kind of difficult because I'm not trying to miss these on purpose or not do them, but I guess once you miss them, they kind of just stack on top of each other, so it makes me feel underwater a little bit, feeling behind with it, but.
Okay, okay. So if I'm understanding, it sounds like you're feeling, quote, a little bit underwater.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
I guess it makes me feel a little bit anxious, having so much to do and feeling like I don't have enough time to do it all.
Yes, I completely understand that. I want you to know, too, that you're not alone in that. I see many college students that face similar experiences, so I want you to know you're not alone in that. With that being said, Can you tell me a little bit about how you go about organizing or prioritizing your work?
I don't really have a system for it. I mean, I guess, stick to the schedule of what my classes are and go to those, and then I don't really have a list or plan of how to deal with everything otherwise.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it sounds like you stick to your class times, and then from there don't really have an assigned system to your assignments. Okay, okay. Has your professor suggested anything to you?
I mean, he brought up like maybe doing like a planner or something, which I've thought about, but like I kind of not sure if I'd be able to like stick to that long term. But
okay. So if we're sticking with the idea of a planner for a moment, what do you think makes it difficult to stick, or what do you think makes the idea of sticking to a planner long term difficult?
I think it could be like helpful up front, like writing things down and having like I guess a way to go through stuff. But like I'm not sure if I'd be able to like week after week continually take the time to go in and write everything out there.
Mm-hmm. Outside of schoolwork, how do you spend your time?
I mean, I'm in do like a couple organizations around campus, but a lot of time just like hanging out with my friends here too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it sounds like you're in a couple of organizations, and that spending time with friends is also a priority for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. If you don't mind me asking, have you noticed anything that your friends do that help them organize their assignments?
I mean, one of them does like a Google Calendar and like lays out when stuff is due and that sort of thing, which seems to work for him pretty well. But.
Okay. 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 So with that being said, I also wanted to discuss any shifts in your mood, behavior, or thought processes that you had noticed recently.
I don't know about mood, but I guess I don't know when like assignments and stuff start to build up. I don't know. It makes me feel like I want to do them less too. It's like the mountain or whatever of stuff like grows bigger. It's kind of harder to approach that.
Sure, sure. So with that, it sounds like as the assignments build up, that it becomes more difficult to complete them.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And how have your conversations with your professor been surrounding this topic?
I mean, at first it was like pretty accommodating, but I think as like things get worse, I think they're a little more like you kind of just like need to get on top of this stuff or end up retaking the class or something like that. And I don't really want to do that. So
sure, sure. So it sounds like retaking a class has been discussed as well.
Yeah, it's been brought up.
Okay, okay. And it sounds like that's not something you're wishing to do at this time.
No, I don't want to do that.
Okay, okay. So we find ourselves kind of middle of the semester. So I want to instill that optimism that there is still time, right? My hope is that for this session we can at least get some what I call aftercare assignments in place for you to begin building upon these goals that you've set, or the wish that you have to address timely homework and assignments. So with that being said, I know you mentioned a planner that had been utilized by your friends as well as a Google Calendar. Do either of those options appeal to you at all?
I think Google Calendar probably sounds a little bit better than a planner. But
yeah. Do you think that is something that you would utilize more on your phone? Or,
yeah, I think it'd be easier to put stuff in and that sort of thing.
Okay, okay. And is that something that would transfer to your mobile or to your like laptop as well?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, okay. How would you feel about beginning a Google Calendar?
Yeah, I mean, that would probably be helpful.
Okay, okay. So that will be our first kind of set of business as an aftercare assignment for our next session. You can expect to if you wouldn't mind, bring your mobile device or laptop with you, and we can kind of prepare that together for what exactly you would like, how you would like your calendar to be set up.
Okay, yeah.
If that's something you're open to.
Sure, yeah, I can do that.
Okay. And going back to your reference of feelings of anxiety surrounding these assignments, when you referenced a mountain of assignments piling up, how does that feel to you?
I mean, kind of daunting, I guess. Like, I feel like it'd be able to breathe a lot easier if I could get past it all. But
have you noticed any physical symptoms or changes in your body lately that I should know about?
I don't know about probably not changes in my body. I mean, it's like maybe I have a little more trouble going to sleep sometimes when class in the morning that I know I haven't finished everything for. But
so it sounds like feelings of not only anxiety but some trouble sleeping. How often would you say that you have trouble going to sleep at night?
Once or twice a week, maybe.
Okay. And prior to coming to college, what was your sleeping like?
I mean, it was generally pretty good. Like, it's nice now that you, like, in college, like, classes, like, I don't have to be at school at 7:30 a.m., which is nice, but at the same time, like, it's a lot more, it's not as structured as, like, stuff in high school was.
Sure. So with that being said, I would love to hear how you would feel. Well, first of all, have you ever heard of thought journaling or thought recording?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So exactly what that looks like. My ask of you for the next week, bless you,
Thank you.
would be for you to write down any shifts in your mood that you notice, specifically surrounding your assignments or just through the course of your day, as well as writing down or notating. Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. When you have difficulty going to sleep.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Do you plan to write that down, or do you think you would record it on your phone?
I'd probably, like, use my notes app in the phone.
Okay. So for next week, if you wouldn't mind to come with notes regarding any feelings of anxiety that you've had, and this is something I'd like you to look at day by day, as well as anytime you might have trouble falling asleep. So if you're a napper, if you have a hard time, taking a nap, or if you have a hard time going to sleep at night. Again, we'll meet in another week or so, so that would need to be like a week's worth of notes.
Okay. Gotcha.
And just when you notice it, again, any shifts in your mood or sleeping patterns, that'll be something that we can analyze together.
Gotcha.
How does that sound to you?
That sounds all right.
Okay. So with that being said, our two aftercare assignments or action pieces will first be your thought record. So keeping note of any shifts in your mood, specifically feelings of anxiety that you're experiencing, as well as any shifts in your sleeping patterns. So that'll be something to write down or record. And then in the way of a Google Calendar, if you wouldn't mind to bring your mobile device or your laptop to our next session, we can explore that further, what organizing your assignments could look like.
Yeah, that'd be helpful.
Okay. With that being said, when would you like to meet next? What does your availability look like next week?
I think Wednesdays are usually good for me. I get out of class kind of early on those days.
Okay, perfect. I will then plan to email you some time slots to your student account like we did to set up this session that I have available on Wednesday or a little bit later next week.
Okay.
And then we can go from there.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, great. Reese, it's been so nice to meet you, and I look forward to our second session together.
Yeah, good to meet you too.
Thank you.